This video is sponsored by Surfshark VPN.
The first time I ever got bit by a wasp, we were on like a family road trip and we like stopped in like the middle of the woods or something. I'm out there and then like I feel like a pain like on my ear and then I smack it and a wasp falls down and I look up at my dad and I'm like, I think I got stung by a wasp, and he was like, buddy, if you got stung by a wasp, I think you'd be crying. And then I immediately started crying.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh. Kind of the same thing happened to me. I remember I was at a water park and I was talking to my aunt and a bee was flying around my head. I didn't know that it was a bee and I just went like boom and caught it and she was like, oh, and I was like, anyways, ah! And it like stuck my finger.
But that was
Dude,
like
it hurt
so
bad.
cool for like a
That would
second.
be cool.
I know, dude.
You always do like really cool things.
Oh.
Like that's like your thing.
What are you talking about?
That is his thing.
I went to Chick-fil-A with my friend when I was a little chubby loser. We like drove our bikes to Chick-fil-A. I ate like a king, okay?
You drove a bike?
Go ahead. Don't let it hold you up.
I rode a bike. Sorry, everybody. I rode a bike to Chick-fil-A. I ate the food
Like a king.
like a king.
Like a Burger King. Because you're eating food.
Okay, now who's the king of sofas?
So fucking.
Oh.
I was driving my bike, everybody, and I had one hand on the handlebars. I think I was like trying to pick up my cap, and you're like, woo!
Like a New York boy, like a New York paper boy.
Yeah, I had my little, I had a little hat on, and I was
25
like, I was like this, and then I was like, woo! And I fell over. I hit the pavement so freaking hard, and I still have like a scar. Where is it?
Oh.
Where is it?
Hey, where does that go?
Where is it, dude?
There's a frame where you didn't have an arm.
I just realized for the first story, I was actually recording my mic audio with my webcam. So
You guys remember Tag?
No.
So I was playing that game in preschool. Do you guys remember preschool?
Yeah.
Would you just keep going?
That rings a bell.
And there's this one kid. He picks up a shovel and starts chasing after me with the shovel, and then I freak out because that's a weapon. You guys know how on playgrounds, you guys know playgrounds?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
They have those little like plastic like houses for like little kids to like go inside.
Yeah.
I run into the little plastic house and I think I'm safe. I'm in the darkness and there's this other kid in there and he starts talking to me. I'm like, dude, be quiet. That one kid, he has a shovel and he's coming for us. So we try to close the doors of the plastic shed, and as we're doing that, he slams the door open. So I go like flying to the back of the shed, and with the shovel, he just starts going like that to me. Like,
Oh my god.
Oh my.
yeah. So
I was about to ask, like, what is he gonna do with the shovel? I didn't know he's gonna assault you.
what else was he gonna
Intent
do
to
with
murder.
it? I remember I was in the principal's office for a good. I was not in trouble. I was a victim, and and he refused to apologize to me.
Wow. Why
For
did he
beating the
hate you?
shit out of you with the shovel.
Guys, that was me. I want to make a public apology about
I
it.
haven't gotten stung by anything before, not even a bee.
Really? My dad, he was trying to capture wasps, so I didn't get stung by them. I had them in like a jar, or like they were on the ground, just like loose. And I was just running around. I knocked it over.
dude.
I kicked the jar, and they all came out, all up my arm. I had one. I've never seen a sting like this. It literally was like lines. It was lines.
When I was a kid, I went snowboarding for the first time because I live in Canada and that's the only thing to do here. Like, we did like the easy hills and I'm like, dude, I'm a pro, man. I could do a backflip if I wanted to.
Backflip?
Yo, what? This video is sponsored by Surfshark VPN. Surfshark VPN keeps your online identity safe by encrypting all of the information sent between your device and the internet. Also, a VPN swaps the real location of your device with a new one by changing your IP address. This way, you can virtually travel to any country around the globe. I watch a lot of stuff, so one thing I like about it is that you can access and unblock content libraries and streaming services from other countries. As we all know, Brody's from Canada, but thanks to Surfshark, he's been able to change his location to America and have access to the same stuff as me, so we can access all the same websites and watch Young Sheldon together, our favorite show that's only available on Netflix in America. Surfshark encrypts your data, which can be especially helpful when using public Wi-Fi. I go to college, and one day, one of my classmates was complaining about how they were trying to watch a movie online the night before and got a virus. Surfshark's clean web feature blocks ads, trackers, malware, and phishing attempts, so stuff like that doesn't happen. Surfshark does all that stuff without monitoring, tracking, or storing what you do online. Sounds pretty awesome to me. Use code code or something for an extra 3 months free of Surfshark. There's also a 30-day money-back guarantee, so there's really no reason for you not to click the link in the description. Thank you so much to Surfshark for sponsoring this video. And Brody, you're talking about like skiing or something, right? You said you could do like a backflip?
I go to like the blue square hill and I'm like, I got this, dude. I start going down. I'm picking up so much speed. It feels like I'm just going like vertical straight down. I just start getting like the speed wobbles and I'm like, well, I'm just done. And then I fall down right on my ass and I wholeheartedly thought that I broke my ass. Like without a doubt in my mind.
Never pooping again, bro.
I've had a recurring injury. Holy shit. So you guys know tag?
Yeah.
Shut up, dude.
Yeah,
Yes.
Oh, I
tag
get it.
again in the little gymnasium of my elementary school. And
You guys know gymnasiums?
what did you just say?
I said, do you guys know gymnasiums?
Oh, yeah.
Luke, when you're editing, can you mute my laugh there so it sounds like no one laughed?
Continue the story.
This time I was it. I was the tagger in the game of tag. I actually just need to set one thing on the stage, and that's that I had a really big overbite, okay? I was playing tag. And I was trying like this.
Troll emoji.
Oh!
Dude.
So I was running. I was chasing after this guy. Really nice big head he had.
Why'd you put that out?
That comes in later. Okay? That comes in later.
I was just chasing this dude. Massive head on him.
Yeah, and all of a sudden, he stops running. I don't. So I ram into him, and keep in mind that overbite, my 2 front teeth go into his skull, and I busted open.
Oh my god.
And
I busted it open.
I
What?
busted out, and my tooth is in there, and his head is just bleeding everywhere.
Oh my god. Oh
'Cause
my
here's the
god.
thing,
Wow.
Dude.
But it happened again. So I was running. I think playing tag again.
You guys know what that is, right?
Yeah.
I tripped, and I busted my teeth open again.
And there was
This time-
another guy with the big head. I just
This time, I was bringing him groceries, and why did you laugh?
Grocery.
Groceries.
I was going to the door to bring them in.
Dude, stop.
Start over.
dude.
You're not talking to like 3 kindergartners. Like, why is there a hubcap on your couch? That's my question.
We been over this. Oh wait, you weren't there.
We've been over this.
But anyways, I was bringing in groceries, and I tripped on the steps of the door, and I face planted, and my teeth just fell out. So my 2 front teeth are fake.
Whoa, they
Yeah,
are?
not entirely, but like these.
Do they look funny under UV?
Yeah, they do.
Look
They
funny
do.
under you.
They do. That
There
doesn't
was-
work.
Okay, I have one story where it was at my church's camp, and like, this is such a stupid story. This like older kid had a lacrosse ball. So he threw this lacrosse ball, and lacrosse balls are like a little bit heavy. So if you throw one up in the air as hard as you can, and it comes flying down.
Dude, they're unexpectedly dense.
Yeah,
Like-
and it hit me right like here on my arm, like right there. It wasn't even that bad. Like it was just like a circle that was like a bruise. But for some reason, I like asked for a sling and wore it around for attention.
Bro.
I was like 11, so I was like, yeah, I don't know how it's gonna get fixed.
Injuries were cool back then, dude. I remember having
They were.
dreams of my arm getting like amputated so I could be like a robot.
What the
Okay. Yeah.
What did
Yeah.
I thought
Yeah, everyone did that, right, guys?
Dude,
Yeah.
Luke looks so disinterested. He's going.
No, I'm actually just thinking of my next story. It's coming. So over spring break,
Loaded.
with this guy,
It
man?
loaded.
I was in Florida, and the house that I was
Dude.
staying at was way bigger than what was once thought.
Then once thought. Like
It was
why
one.
are you
Did it
talking
grow?
like that?
Did you hear rumors that it was small?
Why are you
It was
talking
once
like
thought
you're
that it was
act-
small, but it was large. Most of my friends obviously went places for spring break, but there was 2 of my friends who were stuck at home. So I'm like, hey, if you guys want to drive all the way down from Illinois down to Florida, feel free. We have plenty of room. And they do it
Illinois?
that same day. Yeah.
Let him cook.
Let me cook. I'm cooking up a story.
See, it's like that, dude. Stop. What the f is that?
And we're having a blast. Maybe too much of a blast.
Dude.
And I forgot to put on sunscreen, but I didn't really think much of it. I was like, big deal. So it's like a few hours in, and my arms are getting pretty pink. My arm starts to flake, and it's really bad.
Oh, did you not put sunscreen on?
Yeah, I didn't put sunscreen on. Clearly.
Who got stung by a jellyfish? Really? No one?
I'm in the middle of Canada.
I was. Yeah, I guess you're right.
You, a Canadian.
I was swimming around in the ocean, and then all of a sudden, like, you don't really feel it until you're like out of the water. I get out of the water, and like my thigh is just like that's the sound the pain would make. And I was like, whoa, what is this? And it started to get like itchy and like all weird and red. And I was like, wow, this is insane. It really hurt. And it was uncomfortable. And
Wow.
just like,
Wow, this is crazy.
yeah.
When I was a kid, I was like Star Wars fighting with Brock, and we have one of those like shitty like old lightsabers where
Brock?
like you know who he is. You press a button and it like extends really fast, right? Because there's like one of those, and he literally just out of nowhere just holds it against my stomach and just presses the button. Dude, it hurt so bad. It felt like it went through me, dude. It was so evil.
He was actually trying to kill you.
Like, dude, I don't know why they built those with so much like force. Like it was unreal. It hurt so bad. No.
Remember how you and James were... Why are you looking at me? Why are you looking at me like that?
You go, wow. Do you remember when you and James, and I was going like this because I was trying to figure out where you were going with that.
It was
you
like
and
an
James,
elementary school kid trying to sound out their vowels.
I've busted this elbow open probably like over 8 times in my life.
Ooh, dude.
It's still pretty fresh right now. I'll give the full lore recap.
Wait, can you tell this one with your camera in front of your face?
The first time it happened, let's see. I had literally just covered my scooter in like flaming tape, and it was awesome. I went out front to ride it on the sidewalk, and I hit the crack. I go flying, and I bust it open. And then at recess, there's a tree, and I trip on one of the roots, and my elbow hits the arch of the tree and busts open again. And I'm like, wow, that really happened again. That really sucks. And then after that, this is probably like months later. I'm at the roller rink.
Oh.
I fall at the roller rink and go, you know that that.
Oh, dude,
Right on my elbow, bust open the scar that just took like months to heal. I went to Tampa for Creator Clash. I was having a great time with the little bird scooters, the city scooters that are around.
Yeah, I think you got a problem with scooters, dog.
Yeah, I do. There's just a gravel lot for some reason. I was trying to hit like a crazy drift, and I just fell, and it busted open new. After years of being safe, it busted open
Let's shoot
again.
for
You should go ice skating.
I should do what?
For a second, I was like, wait, who is that?
Oh! Wait, sorry, I got distracted by your long finger.
We're not doing this again.
Do this. Hold this out. Hold this bad boy out. Wow.
Why are you thumb so long, dude?
All these fingers might seem normal, but this thumb, this was actually broken one.
Such an alien.
It was about, dude, I think, I want to say, 8 years ago. I was in early middle school, and I was on the baseball team. When I was growing up, I was always really bad at sports, but I figured I should give baseball one more try because I really wanted to like it. I just wanted to be good at something.
Luke or something.
Whoa.
Hey.
I'm going to add in laughter because it didn't happen in the moment.
We were all thinking it.
I know. I felt it, yeah.
I was shaking, right, because I was a little nervous.
You're going to be animating this. This makes no sense.
The ball was coming. I was so ready. And all of a sudden, I go to swing it, and the ball goes like...
Ow, that would hurt really bad.
right onto my thumb.
No wonder it. Your thumb is such a big target.
I'm Luke.
Nice. Banger.
Nice.
One of the last times I saw Grunk in person, like we went to a restaurant and I started like fully choking. Like it's the first time and only time I've ever
How
choked
did I not
in my
know about
life.
this?
I like bit on a sandwich and I tried to swallow it and it was too big of a bite.
remember
I was
the whole
so
scene.
hungry. And I was like,
And Nick was like, I can make this a scene.
yeah, and he was like, do you want me to make this a thing? Like I can like grab you and like start like going like this, like you want, and I'm just like,
Yeah.
and I got it. I spat it out. I felt really embarrassed because it was legitimately the hour that like we had just picked up Grunk and the first thing we did was go to a restaurant. They were like, what's the table for? And Nick was like, Grunk. And we were like, okay.
Yeah.
Me and all my friends were playing wiffle ball, or no, I think it was softball. It was some form of ball with the bases at a park, and we're winning. My team's actually, dude, I can't tell a story right now. I'm so sorry. I also don't want to animate this one, so I'm just not gonna tell it.
Can you just keep at least that much in where you just like tucked it? You're kind of worrying me. Just like, it was like, what are the basis parts?
Yeah, you're like stressing me out. Like,
I cannot tell a story right now.
One of my earliest memories were falling down the stairs when I was young.
I can't say I've fallen down the stairs that much.
Wait, you haven't fallen down the stairs?
Did you like not know how to walk down the stairs?
I mean, I guess not. I mean,
guess not.
I got it now, though. So
I would hope so.
Allegedly. All right, well, who's next?
Hello, hope you enjoyed that. If you did, you should watch the one that's on screen right now. It's with all my friends from high school. It's one of my favorite things I've ever made, and I think you will like it a lot. Thank you again to Surfshark for sponsoring this one, and make sure to subscribe, and I'll see you whenever I upload again.